Okay, little girl, well, come on, it's your turn. I'll actually be asking the horse for something today, the first contact with human hands. What I'm going to do is ask them to allow me to be another horse in their herd. The language that we start communicating, the very first introduction of human and animal together with a Mustang, is the most important part of the rest of his training. What I want her to do is look at me and ask why I'm in here. See, now this is what I want right there. My goal is to have her come up and inspect me and see if I'm all right, if I'm safe. To her, I'm going to smell like a bear, a meat eater. It's important you don't look these horses in the eye. If you do, he accepts that as a challenge or a threat. So when we lock our gaze on a horse, we're actually stalking him, is what he thinks. Here we go. Now we're communicating. But my non-movement is what gives her that security to stay here. That's what tells her I want her here. That's what she can trust. But see, my arm placement is real important. She's allowing me inside of her bubble. Now, if she'll start rubbing her head on my arm, we got it made. She finally figured out what I wanted. If I would have forced my presence and pushed my hand out to touch her every time I tried, it would have just forced her away faster and faster and faster. The next step will be the authority. First things I want her to learn is when I'm mad and when I'm wanting to be calm. So I've got to teach her two different noises. And so the noise that I'm going to use to show my aggression is I'm going to go shh, shh, shh. You can see it already gets her attention. It's an uncomfortable noise to them. And when I want her to come into me and I want her to stand and trust me, I'm going to kiss at her. I'm not going to allow her to turn her heels to me anymore. So she learns naturally in her mind that having her feet back towards me is a vulnerable position, because there's no way she can kick me. My job is to convince her that this is the best place in the world for her to be. You can see she's a little confused. You'll be okay. See, everything's all right. Easy girl. I'm going to go ahead and tie her up, and this is real scary to a horse. That's why I don't do it the very first thing. Got to ask her to pull against this so she finds out what it is. Now I want her to feel the restriction, because she's going to have to learn to respect it too. So I've got to scare her in some way. Easy. Easy, girl. Good. See, this horse is testing this rope. And if she doesn't get away from it today, she'll never get away from it in the future, because she's just understood in her mind that I can't get away from that thing. I'm going to introduce her to the saddle. She's got to know that it's an inanimate object, that it's not going to hurt her. I'm going to let her feel of it a little. Easy, girl. Now's when she's liable to blow up. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. Ho, 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 ho. I wouldn't have wanted to have been in the saddle when she done that. That's why I do this the slow way. Then I'd start getting her used to having weight in it. They get you to where you want to just hop right up here and go after it. But if you're a smart trainer, you'll give them a little time to... Good girl. Doing real good for an old wild horse, huh? Now the hardest part's done.